In the beginning, there was Rena and Kelly. Through gym sessions, coffee dates, road trips, life crises, and enough inside jokes to confuse everyone around us, we became best friends. The kind of friendship where if you know one of us, you've definitely heard stories about the other. Then one of us decided to move 1,000 kilometers away. Welcome to Faraway Friends, where we talk about friendship, fitness, family, travel, and whatever else comes up when two best friends try to stay connected across the miles. Hi, this is Kelly.
And I'm Rena, and welcome back to Faraway Friends.
Today's episode is all about travel. We've taken road trips, flights, weekends away, and vacations together, and somehow we're still friends. So today we're going to talk about our travel personalities, the things we've learned from each other, and why we think we travel so well together. But first, headlines of the
Headlines
week.
of the week. That's our theme song. Headlines of the week.
So you go
Okay.
first.
Okay. Oh, I feel like this week was a really good week. I have so many things. I don't know what to pick. Yesterday, Aria and Isa had us over for like an early birthday gathering, uh, with Victor, Elijah, and I. So that was really nice. But then also today I had my last bestie day with my bestie because my bestie's leaving me. I mean, no, I'm leaving my bestie, but you're leaving me tomorrow. So that's why.
Yes.
And then, yeah, so that was a really good day. We did all the things. We did all of our favorite things. We went to yoga, we went to the gym. You know all these things. It was amazing. I had the best day. And then we had a little cry in the car. And yeah,
And then I
it was
hugged
a,
you.
and then you hugged me and it was like a good long hug.
Yeah,
I
I
will
waited
for
for you to let go first.
You love me.
Ugh.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can admit it.
All right, fine.
Okay. What about you? What's your headline of the week?
So yeah, I mean, as far as the week went, that wasn't today, which was our last day, as same city dwellers.
Yeah.
Um, last weekend, I went out to the beach and it was like the perfect beach day. Just chilled on. I found inflatables that I had from back when I went to Jasper with Winter,
Nice.
and that was great. And we just had some snacks and then relaxed on the patio. It was just really nice to kind of shut down for a couple hours.
Yeah. You and
And
Krista?
yeah, Krista and
Yeah.
I, which was great. And then the whole week flew by trying to get ready for everything, and today was amazing. And I'm so glad we did exactly the things we did.
Yeah. All the
Yeah.
things that we always have done. Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome. Okay. So I don't know, I guess like I just want to just talk about, I think we briefly talked about how our travel sort of evolved, but the first time, like we mostly took road trips together. The
Yes.
first time we flew anywhere together was Victoria in 2021,
Yes.
right? September 2021. It was Labor Day long weekend. And I feel like we talked about it a million times. Oh, we should go to an all-inclusive or we should go do
Yeah.
this.
And then
And then we
COVID
were just,
hit,
yeah,
but COVID hit, and I don't think that there was a lot of options for us because remember, we were planning on going to San Francisco.
we were.
Yeah, we were looking at flights all over the place.
I don't remember that. I do
No,
remember booking all inclusive
Mexico.
and canceling it. Yeah.
Yes, because that was right when I started my new job,
Yeah.
and we were going to go with my mom and Jody and everyone, and then COVID locked us all down again.
People were getting stuck there, so
Yep.
we were like, yeah, let's not risk it. So we canceled it. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the first time we flew together.
Hmm.
And yeah, that was like an amazing trip. And that's where we started with our annual. Or no, we talked about an annual, but I feel like the annual didn't really start right away. Did
Yeah,
it?
we no, because we had
Or I guess
talked
because
about,
I traveled. Because I
pardon
think
me?
the following year I traveled. I think that's why we didn't do something together.
Yeah, maybe that was it. I just think
Yeah,
that we've tried, and then now it's just become something that we're more intentional with.
yeah, for
This is
sure.
going to be a thing we do even, And of course, now even visiting each other is a trip.
Yeah, 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 for sure. So when we travel, what do we each contribute? What do you think? Like, is one of us more of a planner, one of us more spontaneous? Like, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so a brief note about our last trip, though. I was really, really busy and you planned the whole thing. And this is not an insult whatsoever. I will never do that again. That is not a thing I would ever do
That's
because
not your thing at all.
I love
Yeah,
planning. I
yeah,
love learning everything, but you were probably surprised when we were talking about somewhere we were and I had no idea where we were, what it was known for.
yeah.
All I wanted to do was see the Blue Nose and
The Bay of Fundy.
the Bay of Fundy,
Yeah,
which wasn't necessarily on the list of things that, were popular to do, but I needed to go there. And it it was you're the probably the only person that I would ever trust to do that. But it was definitely I feel like I was out of sorts for part of the trip just because I didn't have a grasp on what we were doing, the places we were going, what are things, because
yeah.
I like to find the little things that we could have gone and seen as well.
Yeah, you're not like a along for the ride girl. I was actually surprised that you just and like because I remember when I planned it and I like laid it all out in that Word document. I thought you would go and look up all the places and be suggesting things to do, and you never did. And I just assumed you were just like, cool, I'm fine with this. And then when I asked you about it like the day before, you were like, you have no idea where we're going. I was like, what?
I didn't look at
Yeah,
the road trip because I thought this is something I need to do is um, travel and let go of the reins a little bit. And I'm
yeah,
so glad I did again because I don't trust a lot of people to be able to make sure everything is organized, right? That there's
yeah,
no missed days in hotels and all that stuff. Because I do
yeah,
trust you to do that, it was fine. But I think that looking at the way that I travel now has changed quite a bit. But I think we both generally are planning everything together,
yeah,
sending, TikToks or reels back and forth about different things that we've found. And because of how I travel, and I think you're very similar, it's that ratio of relaxing and finding places just to sit and be where you are and seeing as much as you can while you're there. And we do that
yeah.
very well. Plus, we absolutely understand we have to bed rot every day.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, we've got like a good rhythm. We both wake up at early-ish. We both get like ready pretty quickly. We're not like sitting and waiting for the other person to take forever. And yeah, we need our coffee. We're both cool with just walking and walking and walking and like it's just we don't completely fill our schedule, but we want to make sure we see as much as we can and yeah, for sure. Like in bed like relatively early to just chill
Yeah.
and shut off, be quiet. You usually read. I usually scroll TikTok or you pass out because you're sick and I take pictures of you with Snapchat filters. I mean, that's
Yes, that's so much fun.
yeah. So, and then I laugh when I think about like so obviously we're both planners,
Hmm.
but um who do you think is the navigator?
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know Rena, she has the worst sense of direction that has
No
ever
sense of
existed.
direction.
I have never encountered that. And it's so interesting because when I taught both of my kids how to drive, I didn't understand that they didn't know where they were going because they had been going to these places their whole life, but as the passenger, they hadn't. When you and I were in Toronto, I was made, actually, no, sorry, when you and I were in Victoria,
That's when it started. Yeah, that's when you
walking
first
around,
realized.
you had no idea. We were taking the same routes every day, and you were like, I don't know that I could find the hotel. And I was like, just
Well, I remember at one point you were like, I was like, okay, well, let's go back to the hotel. You were like, the hotel's right there. I was like, I thought it was over there. I don't know. I feel like if I had to navigate, I'd be fine, but I just knew that you knew, so I was just like relying on you to pay attention. I wouldn't have got lost.
And how frustrated was I when we were in Toronto and I, instead of following my intuition, used Google Maps and it took me the wrong way. I
Yeah,
knew we were going the wrong way. I knew it
yeah,
so much so that I restarted Google Maps and then it told me, yes, you're correct. No, I have
yeah,
a, but I was explaining to you, I drop pins mentally. So I
yeah.
notice things, whether it's um, different restaurants or a certain flower pot or something like that along the way. And then I always find my way back that
Like
way.
a landmark.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You'd be like, don't you recognize this building? And I'm like, it looks like all the other buildings. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's bad.
I think for me, the shocking thing has always been like, don't you recognize that restaurant we ate at 6 hours ago?
Shut up. Um, there's no need to rub it in. Um, okay, so yeah, I think we both research. I think, and we both research. We both plan. Clearly, you're the navigator. Budgeting, we're both really good with budgeting. We're not like crazy spenders. You really are more inclined to upgrade things than I
Yes.
am. Yeah,
Yes. I, because I've upgraded flights for us before,
yeah.
which you can't even tell
I
me is
mean, it
amazing.
worked out great, but
Yeah. Um, Same with the hotel, like that the last hotel we were in Halifax. Um, I am very much the same way on all of my trips. Like when I took Winter for his first NFL game, I bought the most insane tickets that you could possibly buy because I wanted him to have this great experience. When I took the kids, I made sure that this was a possibility, that we were like second row up when we were in Kansas City.
yeah,
Um, and even on this trip that I'm taking now, there's a slight upgrade in the flights, but when we're going to this island in Greece that I'm going to, that's where I went all out. Like that hotel that we're staying at is waterfront. It's over the turquoise water. It's pretty
yeah.
bougie.
You kind of got to know like when is it worth it to upgrade and like yeah, like from here to Toronto, what the hell for, right? Yeah. Okay, and then so yeah, we're both good, fairly good at budgeting, and then photographer. Like you are the best photographer. I don't know, I cannot take a selfie to save my life. I don't know what it is. We could be standing in the exact same spot. I hold my phone up to take it. We look horrible. You hold your phone up, and I'm like, we look amazing. Well, I don't know what it is. And I'm taller, so I should be able to like take a better angle.
Especially
I
since
don't know.
I'm constantly telling you to stand up straight in the pictures. It's like
Because
you
I
try
always
to get
feel
to
like I have to
my
like come down
level.
to your level. Yeah.
Like that's and yeah, I love taking pictures though. Like there's no question I'm the picture queen. I want to take pictures of everything. I
Yeah.
want to take little videos. I want to make a compilation video when we come
Yes.
back. I just love the memory of it. And you get them from me all the time. Like, Google will give me a memory from 7 years ago or Snapchat will.
Snapchat. Yeah.
Nothing makes me happier than those types of things.
Yeah. Actually, just the other day, you got a memory from our road trip to Montana 8 years ago
Yes. Yeah.
when we
When we
went 2 nights, saw Chris Stapleton 2 nights in a row, and we stayed in that glamping site, and it was so beautiful. And that was what the memory was of our little bar setup because apparently we were heavy, heavy drinkers back then.
we
Big
definitely
surprise.
were. We definitely were.
I remember we were so disappointed. We like went and got snacks from like whatever Safeway or whatever. We had like guacamole and pico and tortilla chips, and we wanted to just like sit and drink our wine and eat snacks and smoke cigarettes. And we get there and they're like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to smoke near your tent or have food in your tent or like around it because of bears." And then we had to like sit at a picnic table with other people, and it was the worst.
Listen, we all know that's probably another reason we travel really well together is I'm a chit-chatty person, and sometimes you are too, but we both know that when we're traveling together, that's not the time.
Yeah,
We
we're not.
are just
Yeah, you really can have a conversation with anybody. I think I come across as, I think you've said it before that I come across as aloof. I just feel awkward. I don't know what to say to people. So I'd just rather not say anything so I don't say anything awkward and make everyone uncomfortable. But like when we were at that bed and breakfast, I would have been fine with just like pretending those people weren't there and just you and I talking when we were at what town was that in? Lunenburg.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But you were super chatty and I was just like, oh God, we're never gonna stay here longer and talk to these people. Like just
Listen, I know everything
eat
about
and
those
go.
people. I could have been friends with them on Facebook. The lady who went to Harvard
Yeah.
that didn't say she went to Harvard, the man who went to MIT.
You made
Very
up
interesting people.
a whole life for
Yeah.
them. They're yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so you're the photographer for sure. And then you always do like a compilation afterwards, which I love. I appreciate that you do that because I'm like I'll take random pictures, but then when I try to put them together, it's just a bunch of random shit, and people will be like, "What is that?" Right? Like you get a good variety of things. So, um, what would you say is something that you appreciate about traveling with me?
So I actually think you're way better at budgeting. And
Oh, okay.
one thing I really do appreciate is your spreadsheets more than anything because you're as much as I love planning the trip, I you get it done. Like here's all of the things I want to do. You're like, okay, this is how we're going to have to organize it. I went and got these prices, so now we know.
Yeah.
That's I'm like a general big idea person, and you are so detail oriented that it's super helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like anything about traveling with you. No, I'm just kidding. I think the best thing about traveling with you is that there's like as much as you're a planner, there is an element of spontaneity with you. Whereas with me, I think I've gotten better over the years of like being willing to like go on an adventure or do something that I wouldn't have before. But you inspire that in me a little bit more, like to go a little further, like when we're hiking and I'm like, hey, but it says don't pass here, and you're like, we're going. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but we're gonna die.
And that
Yeah.
is one thing I like about you is there is no distance that's too far to walk. Because I would first of all, I love public transportation. Not Rena though. No, we're just gonna walk 14 kilometers across the city of Toronto.
But boy, has that changed. Because
Yes.
I
Oh,
remember actually that trip to Montana when we went to see, I don't remember if it was the first or the second show we saw. I think it might have been the
from
first
the
night.
hotel.
And you were like, oh, I was like, let's get a cab. And it was so busy. We're like, let's just walk. It's not that far. And at that point, I was like close to my biggest at that point, super inactive and super high anxiety. And I just remember like hating my life the whole walk, pretending I didn't, right? I didn't want you to know that I was struggling. And I remember getting back to the hotel room and crying, like without you knowing,
Yeah.
like
When we
hiding in
stayed
the
at the Dude
bathroom.
Ranch.
The Dude Ranch, yeah. But so yeah, that's definitely changed. In the past, it would have been like the least amount of movement possible. But now I'm like, let's walk all the places.
Yeah.
Let's walk across the entire city. I love doing that because that's the best way to see things. So
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've already kind of talked about what makes someone an amazing travel companion. But I think like being flexible is really important. Like you're not like, no, I'm not doing that. You're really like, okay, yeah, we can check that out. Like we're not like, yeah, we're
Yeah, I think
flexible.
both of us are
Yeah.
open to things, but I also think it's really important for compatibility. Like, if you are going to an all-inclusive, like if we were going to go to an all-inclusive resort for a week, you're aware the vast majority of time I'm going to be sitting on the beach reading, but I'm also going to be snorkeling because I love the ocean and I'm going to be as
Yeah.
deep as possible.
And I'm fine with that. Do your
Yeah,
thing. And you'd be
I'm
fine with me. I would rather be by the pool. And you're like, whatever, do your thing. It's not like you're like, but you have to do this with me. That's actually something that I've actually gotten better at because I used to be really bad for like having this picture in my mind of how everything was supposed to go. And then if that didn't happen, I would be like, well, now it's ruined. But I didn't even tell everybody how I thought it was supposed to go. Like, so the first trip that I went on with my husband, we went to Mexico. I'm very much a get up early in the morning. I want to spend as much time in the sun as possible. drink my coffee, read my book in the quiet. And he's like, well, we paid for this room. Like, we got to sleep in here. And I'm like, why the fuck would we stay in the room? We paid to be in Mexico. Like, we want to be outside. And in the past, I would have been like, everything's ruined. I'm here. I'm out here by myself. Or he wouldn't want to sit out there and drink coffee. We would have both been miserable. So I was just like, cool, you sleep, I'm going.
Yeah.
And it was fine. We
Hmm.
still, when he got up, we went and had breakfast together and it was fine. But yeah, so I think, yeah, you got to be flexible. You got to let people do their own thing. And yeah. I think another thing that makes a good travel companion is someone that doesn't bitch and complain a lot. I mean, clearly I bitch and complain, but it's if it's like constant, like it's usually like, oh, my tummy hurts, or my feet hurt. But oh, we're not those people that are like, can you believe that the birds are chirping out loud? Like they should turn those birds off.
Or even if you're like you
That's not a
said,
dig
you're
to
not,
anybody.
yeah, you don't want to sit and have a group conversation, but we're staying at a bed and breakfast. There's no way to do anything other than sit with everyone at breakfast. You're not
Yeah,
just like, ugh, my whole day is ruined because something didn't go my way.
yeah,
It's just a pivot with us.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, and also, we always want a little sweet treat at the end of the night.
Always,
Always,
always.
always. You have to. Like, even if we're like, oh my God, I'm so full. Sweet treat?
Sweet treat. A little sweet
Got
treat.
little sweet treat. Um, okay. Obviously, it's important that we both have a sense of humor. Obviously, we're like the funniest people in the world, so
Oh my
that's why
God.
it works. Oh
And this is my best friend mocking
my
me,
God.
as she does everyone.
I don't mock people ever. Okay, so what would you say are travel red flags,
Oh. People who don't want a little sweet treat.
right? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh my God, my husband.
He doesn't want a sweet
Oh my
treat.
God.
I
He
think,
is a red flag.
but it's also people who are looking for two different trips, right? If we were going to the mountains and we were going to go hiking, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh, I just, like, I would never go on a trip with you to the mountains in the wintertime. You're not an outdoor winter person,
no,
right? I would
no.
be
I'm not a winter person at
devastated.
all.
We wouldn't spend any time together. I think having similar expectations, I do genuinely think though that people traveling together is a make or break for relationships.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
And
for sure. I know people that have traveled and they're like, yeah, don't think I can be friends with them anymore.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
and also being in a situation where I have friends that I would never travel with.
because you just know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's totally okay. My life doesn't revolve around traveling. I love to do it, but I think not being open, I did travel with somebody once to Seattle. And I had a great time, but I don't know if I would enjoy traveling with somebody who wasn't open to trying new food. Like if I'm
Yes.
going somewhere, we've had this discussion. I'm not eating at Burger King. I'm not eating at something I can have in Regina,
Yeah.
even if
You're
I'm in
looking for
Toronto.
something you can't find. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to eat different things in different places. I want to do things I can't do here. That's kind of the purpose.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing is traveling with somebody that you're not compatible with. You have different interests for what you do when you're vacationing, because like an all inclusive is a vacation, whereas going to Japan, for example, is traveling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For sure.
What
Um,
about you?
I think, well, I think someone that makes you wait a lot, like in the morning, like if you and I did, I'm a fairly fast getter readier. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, I still take a little longer than you. But we just have like, I get up first, I shower first, and then we're basically ready at the same time by the time you get out, right? But like, if I was just sitting and waiting, I would be fucking miserable. Like, let's go. We need to go get coffee or I'm gonna die. Honestly, that's my husband. He's the slowest getter readier. I made a new word. Um, but yeah, like, or wants everything scheduled to the minute. Okay, we have to be here by 7 and then we have to be there and then we have no, it's got there needs to be some flexibility or it's just like yeah, we want to check out these places while we're here, but there's no like hard and fast timelines that we have to go, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, unless you
absolutely.
have to like get a ticket or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't want every single minute of the whole vacation scheduled.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also somebody that's just like super negative.
Yeah.
It's
Like
just
you're
a
in a different
bummer.
place, you know?
Yeah.
Even when we were in Halifax, we didn't necessarily enjoy Halifax when we first got there.
Yeah.
It's that's not going to change anything, right?
No,
Like
we still
it's
enjoyed ourselves.
yeah,
We
we will
found a way
figure out a
to,
way to have
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. What would you say is your biggest travel pet peeve?
I would probably say it's you just said it though. It's people who aren't spontaneous.
Okay.
You know, I if you see something and it's cool and you want to check it out, as long as you're not walking away from a ticket or something like that, I don't understand not doing it.
Okay. So we need to talk about this. So do you remember when we went to Edmonton, the first concert we went to see Chris Stapleton?
Yes, the first time ever. Yeah, and
The
you
first
cried.
time ever. And oh my God, I cried. Oh my God, when they sang More of You and Morgan State like it was like Morgan and Chris were the only ones in the room and I was a crying mess. And Kelly looks over at me and goes, gay.
I
You're
stand
the
behind
worst.
it.
Anyways, it was so good. They were so good. But every other time we saw him, she wasn't there. I think it was just the first time because she's always popping out babies. But he's still amazing without her. Anyways, so when we were leaving, you were kind of like, cool, let's go party. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I want to go hide in the room.
Yeah.
Again, I was not feeling great about myself at that time. It was just like, I'd rather just hide in the room and, shovel junk food in my face because that's what you do, right? And as we were leaving, the hotel that we were staying at, I don't know that we really realized just what type of area we were staying in.
Well, we were
It
right
was
across from the stadium.
right, but I don't know that I didn't realize we were connected to a strip club. Like I had no concept. Anyway, so as we're walking back, there's a man standing on I don't know, like a cement block, yeah, holding a sign, and he was a little person. He was holding a sign that said midget strippers. And you were like, "Yes, let's go." And I was like, "No, we're not going in there." You wanted to go so bad. So I'm sorry I wasn't spontaneous at that moment for you. At
I mean,
least you
that's a
continue to travel with me.
yeah, but it was interesting because it was one of those things that was just kind of put in front of me and I thought that would be such an like that would just be a gong show.
For sure.
And
And now we missed the opportunity. And when is that ever going to happen again?
well, number one, I don't think anybody calls it that anymore. I feel like it's not
I,
as defined or it would just be like little person, which could be confusing. So probably
yeah,
never again. We never saw it.
yeah.
We missed our
I'm
chance.
sorry I ruined it. I ruined
Yeah.
everything. I would say my biggest travel pet peeve is people that have no awareness of the culture where they are. So
Yes.
generally, a lot of our travel is within North America. But if you're going to Mexico and you have an expectation of something, or like these people that go to Cuba and they're like, oh, the food is horrible, or, you know, I can't even think of examples. Like, oh, I just wanted ketchup
Yeah.
and they didn't have ketchup, or I was in Italy and they wouldn't give me ketchup. Like, just shit like that. It's just like, have some awareness of where you are, do some research, figure out where you're going. That drives me crazy. Like,
And being that we have access to the internet, I don't understand how you don't know. Now, as I just went on a trip with you and I didn't do any research before I went, which was still
you
in
still
Canada, so I
have
didn't
an
have to worry about that.
awareness of,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It,
or
it,
people that just like blatantly ignore rules, right? Like when we were at Peggy's Cove, and there's clearly signs that say People have died here. Do not
Yeah.
go
On the Black
on the
Rocks.
Black Rocks.
Yeah.
And like we saw a video on TikTok just recently. Somebody like slipped and somebody yelled like you will die if you don't like you will not come back if you fall in the ocean because those waves are insane. But yeah, that's for sure. Like just no respect. Just or when we went to the Bay of Fundy and there was a clear sign at the bottom that says do not go left. There's protected species over here. The amount of people that went left, I'm like
Yes.
just okay. I feel like we could do a million podcasts about travel. We could just go on and on forever. So let's just move on to the rapid fire questions. I'm sure that we're going to be doing traveling. We'll be doing like our annual trips. We'll have plenty more to talk about traveling. Um, yeah, should we do a rapid fire question?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do who wakes up first?
You, always.
Who falls asleep first?
You. Unless I'm sick, and then
Yeah.
I have multiple videos of you almost snoring or making weird noises.
The one video you have of me where I'm like my lip is like doing this weird twitchy.
Yeah. I'm the
Oh
creepy
my
person that
God.
takes pictures of you sleeping all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Who packs too much?
I think we're both pretty good that way. I
I
pack
think
more than you,
so.
I think, but
I don't
I
think it's
don't.
ever too much. It's not like I'm taking a carry-on and you've got a check bag. We both
y-
just do
Yeah, we both
carry-on.
travel with carry-ons.
Yeah. Okay. Who always needs coffee first? Both of us.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Like,
I
as
feel
much
like
as,
I'm more likely to be like coffee now
yeah,
that you might not vocalize it, but I'm certain that you're feeling the same. Who's most likely to go on a side quest to find a souvenir?
me, because I travel specifically looking for Christmas decorations.
Yes.
So I will veer off random places to find that every single
Yes.
time I'm on a trip.
And then the worst is like you see one on the first day and you buy it, and then you like 3 days later you're like, fuck, this one's so much better.
Yeah,
And then do you just buy another one?
it depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of like the ugly one.
Yeah. Yeah, like the quirky one that looks like it's
Yeah,
handmade and yeah. Yeah. Okay, this one we already know. Who's most likely to get lost?
obviously you. Now, I don't know if you remember though when I was in Dallas and in Austin. Remember in Dallas, I got lost on the way to just going for a walk and I ended up where all the pawn shops and strip
Oh,
clubs were.
yes. Yes.
And
And
then
then
I
you
got
called an
lost trying to
Uber.
I called Uber and they were like, "Ooh, the guy was told me I was in danger where I was." And then I got lost near Whataburger and I was going to walk back and there was a shooting. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not the best moment. I'm glad you're still alive.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I didn't say thank you. Who's the better driver?
Ooh, so you have a problem with me driving, but
No, I
I think,
don't.
well, you drove a little bit. I think I'm a better driver than you.
You're a better driver than me in the city.
Oh, okay, fair.
Because I think I'm good at like navigating for you with the maps and like giving you like okay, up ahead here we're turning left. I think we're good for that. Um, and I also can't see very well in the city. I think you're definitely better in the city. But I feel like on the highway we're both the same. Like, but yeah, you're definitely a better driver than me. I'm kind of just like absent-minded or like in my own world or something that you'll be like, oh, you were supposed to turn there. I'm like, oh yeah. Like I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. Uh who's more adventurous?
I think I am.
For sure you are.
Okay.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I I think a lot of times that's just like physical things.
True. I think there's different levels here. Okay, so you're more adventurous on like you're like, let's go climb up that cliff. And I'm like, no, we're gonna fall and die. And you're like, it's fine, we'll be fine. And then I just stand there and worry, oh my God, she's dead. What am I gonna do? Good thing I squat deadlift. I could carry her dead body out of here. But like that's what my mind does as I'm sitting here waiting for you. Like, where is she? Where is she? Um, but I think I'm more like I'm cool with going somewhere where I'm not going to have all the comforts. Like
Yeah.
I went to Nigeria and you're
Yeah.
like every time I tell you about it, you're like, are you trying to sell it to me? Because it doesn't sound like my vibe. But like I love that. I love like being immersed in a different culture and like trying all the foods and like talking to the people. And I'm not that you're not,
No.
but I
Yeah.
just yeah,
Absolutely. There
you
are
definitely
places
wouldn't
that
have gone there.
you've gone that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And um part of that though does have to do with the fact that I if it's not you and me together, as much as I'm adventurous, like I'll go climb where it says don't climb,
Yeah.
I am very concerned about safety.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you wouldn't have done anything that was was so risky that you would get hurt. I'm so afraid of like falling and breaking a leg, and then you're like, no, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, just like you just took an hour long hike, and yeah, it freaks me out. Okay, super fast. Window or aisle? Window. Backpack or suitcase? Suitcase. Beach vacation or sightseeing?
ugh, sightseeing.
Beach vacation. One country you will always go back to?
Mexico.
Mexico. One country, or sorry, dream destination?
Iceland.
Jamaica. What's something you will never travel without? I know what you're going to say. Let's see if I'm right.
I mean my phone, my Kindle.
I knew you were going to say the Kindle. Yes. I just think my phone. I don't know if my phone, my AirPods, I guess.
Yeah.
Most overrated tourist attraction.
Okay, so we just had a discussion. I'm going to take 1 minute about this. Tourist attractions are usually things that you go there to see. So the idea that something is overrated can only be said once you've seen it. Like there was a
Yeah.
woman recently who posted online that the Colosseum was overrated because it's crowded. No.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
What do you
historical,
think they're just going to keep it open just for her?
but that's the thing is it's not overrated, it's popular. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's overrated, and I'm really frustrated by that. I keep hearing about the clock in Prague that's been running for 600 years is
Yeah.
overrated because you're just watching the clock go through what it does, the astrological clock. That's not overrated. It's a clock that's been running for 600 years. That's amazing. I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think that there is such a thing as overrated unless it has to do with shopping. I think I hate shopping and the idea of going to a different place just to spend
You go
money on
shopping. Yeah.
yeah, like, especially on things that you can buy locally, like, when you're in Cancun and you can go to the Gucci store. Why would that no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about you?
I was gonna say Vegas shopping. Like Vegas is great. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know. I
super
feel like
fun.
it's like once you've been there, you've seen it, you've seen it. Like I'm not one of those people who's gonna keep going back and back. But the people that then go and like go to the what do they call the
The
outlet
outlet?
mall,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to do that. Most underrated place you've visited.
When I did the solo trip around the island, and it's not underrated. I took the time, I went to Tofino, I did that fly-in hike.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was the one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah. I would say Legos. It was like something that you would never experience unless you go to Legos. Like there's like it was chaos, like so overwhelming and so much going on. And like they say Legos Wahala, which means trouble, because it's just like no matter where you go, something is stopping you from doing something you want to do. But it was such a cool experience. And I feel like I really wish that the government there would like get their shit together because the tourism there could be amazing. They have beautiful beaches. It's just, yeah, it's it was just a really cool experience. Nigeria as a whole, like even when we went to the village, like just yeah, super super underrated for sure. Because I don't think there's anybody you would meet that'd be like, yeah, that's my dream destination because they hear about all of
Everything.
the
Yeah.
misconceptions about Nigeria. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a little biased,
Of
but
course.
yeah. Okay. Let's finish. Let's wrap it up. We could just go on and on forever. What do you love about where you're at right now?
In less than 24 hours, I'll be on a plane to go to a different continent, and I will be seeing things that I've only ever dreamed of seeing, and I get to take my daughter to do them.
Yeah,
So, and I mean, we've had this discussion, you and I personally, just growing up without a lot of money and
yeah,
not traveling, the
yeah,
idea of taking a trip to Europe is baffling, but being able to go see the Acropolis is
yeah,
like the top of my list. So, yeah.
yeah.
And for you?
For me, it's yeah, in a week I'm gonna be in Victoria. I'm gonna be moving. And I don't know that I ever thought like my most of my life I just imagined I would always live in Regina. I never thought I would move anywhere. First time we went to Victoria back in 2021, I was like, I want to live here. And I had a 5-year plan. It kind of like got a little bit sidetracked for a bit, but it's been 5 years and I'm doing it and we're doing it. And it's super exciting. And I'm like, yeah, I'm super pumped. I don't feel nervous at all. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, anytime I know something is right, there's no nerves, there's no anxiety, everything's going smoothly. So I know it's right. It just feels right. So, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna miss my people, um, but I also feel like all the people that are important to me, we will both make efforts to make sure that we stay close and yeah, stay in touch and yeah, be intentional. So, yeah.
Of course.
Anyways, so next
So,
week, what are we going to talk about next week?
next week we are going to talk about, we're just going to do a catch up because you will have moved and I will have ventured around Europe for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, I think it will be a great time for us to just talk about where we are and what we did for the last couple weeks and the experiences that we had with you moving and me traveling. And I was just thinking about this when we talk about where, all the rapid fire questions, those could go completely the opposite way in 1 year between the trips that we have planned.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, we could do this again in a year and see what our answers are then.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Anyway,
then, sorry, our rapid fire questions next week. What were we gonna? Oh, we were gonna do something like about how well we know each other.
so
That'll be fun.
apparently best friends don't know the basics about each other, but
Yeah.
they do know
Yeah, I know
the
like your deepest, darkest secrets and like your biggest fears and all of your trauma, but like what the fuck is your favorite color? So
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Anyways, thanks for joining us, and we will see you again soon on Faraway Friends.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.